It's showtime.
The Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out in just under a few weeks, I thought what would be a better time to review every single Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop I own than right now. I'm going to be going through this list of the Funko Pops as I got them in real time. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, not all of them have boxes. I didn't keep boxes for all of them until later on in my collecting career. But we do have the FNAF 1 Bonnie. He doesn't have a box. I threw that out years ago. But I did get this guy for my birthday, and he was pretty cool when I first got him. Definitely my first venture into Funko, and of course into Five Nights at Freddy's official merch. Looks really cool. He's got a bit of scuffs on here and there, but all things considered, he's still in pretty good shape. He does have the articulated head, which all these old figures did. Mine's kind of funky, but he is looking really cool for being quite an old figure. This guy was released in the first line of Funko Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pops. But there is Bonnie. Next up, we got Nightmare Freddy, which is probably my favorite Funko Pop from the first line. Yes, Nightmare Freddy was in the original line. I do also have his box, so give me a second, I'll bring that out as well. Here's the box, and as you can see, I have two Nightmare Freddys, just because I love this character so much. I wanted one to have in the box, and then one to have, to just have out on display. So I have two of these guys, one in the box and one out of the box. This guy looks really dusty. He's been sitting on the shelf for quite a long time. But he's really cool. I like the metallic teeth and the endoskeleton parts, the claws. He just looks all around pretty scary. But yeah, as you can see on the back of the box, you can actually see some of the other ones that were available in Wave 1. You had Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Springtrap, and then Nightmare Freddy was the last one that they released in this original lineup. But you can see the two Freddy figures, one in the box and one out of the box. Next up, we got Springtrap. Really cool. Obviously, he does not come with the painted button. I did that myself. But here he is. He looks really cool. He's, again, all of these are dusty because they just sit on a shelf for so long. Alright. But yeah, you can see all like the entrails, organs, you know, he's got all these holes. He looks like a piece of moldy cheese. Got the intestines and shit. Endoskeleton parts, just really beat up. I really hope that we get a new Springtrap for the movie line, as Funko has announced that they are going to be doing some figures and stuff for the upcoming movie, which is exciting. But yeah, man, this guy's super dusty. You need to dust these figures off. But really cool. There was a glow-in-the-dark version, which I really wanted, but obviously I did not get him. I do have the regular version. And then there was also the Dark Springtrap, which was a Funko original character. But there is Springy Boy. Next up, we got another birthday one. This was given to me by my high school best friend, Chase, who gave this to me. Again, these are so dusty. I need to dust these off, man. They're covered in dust. But here is Twisted Freddy from the original novel trilogy. I really wish that Funko would go back and do some more of these novel characters. But you can see Twisted Freddy here with the sharp-toothed grin. He's got all these boils, these piercing light blue eyes. You can see the bits of the endoskeleton. Just really misshapen, really, well, twisted as what he's supposed to be. Just looks really gnarly, really nasty. Definitely one of the scarier versions of Freddy, next to, obviously, the Nightmare variant. I really like this guy. I think he's super detailed for the time, and I do like him. He's definitely a really cool version of Freddy, but there is Twisted Freddy. Next up, we got Circus Baby, aka Elizabeth. Really cool. Awesome stuff. You can see like the little licensing stuff there. Really cool, definitely. I think that the chest area is really nicely detailed with like the little thing right there with the fan. You know, that's such an intricate detail, and I'm glad that it's done right. You see the microphone. There was jump scare versions of all of the sister location animatronics, but I really did like the regular look for Baby. Really cool. You can see the back of her right here. There's not much really going on. Obviously, it's just the very high-tech, you know, look that we see in sister location for the animatronics. You know, it's something that obviously we're very used to nowadays for animatronics. With each game, it seemed like they were getting more complicated. But there is Circus Baby. And that pretty much wraps it up for the unboxed figures. And now we'll go into the figures I still have in the box. Obviously, I have taken them out of the box many times before, but I like to keep the boxes because they look nice in a display with other Funko Pops. Next up, we got Twisted Wolf, another book character. Really cool, definitely one of my favorite of the Twisted animatronics from the third book in the original trilogy. You can see him in there. I'm not going to take him out. I was thinking about doing that, but I'm really not going to because then I have to put him back in the box, and it's just more inconvenient for me, and I'm trying to go through these figures really fast. But here is Twisted Wolf, and he looks really cool in there. Like, look at this guy. Like, he's super detailed. Then we go in the back, and we can see the ones that were released in this wave. We got Twisted Freddy, Twisted Wolf, Twisted Bonnie, Twisted Foxy, Twisted Chica, and Theore. Really love the box art for these with like the glitch effect, very reminiscent of the original cover for the third book, the Twisted ones. But there is Twisted Wolf. Happy Frog. I'm pretty sure Happy Frog is voiced by the voice actress who does Mabel in Gravity Falls. It sounds exactly like her. Let me know in the comments though if that is Mabel Pines. But you can see this is from Pizzeria Simulator. We got Happy Frog, really cool looking character. Love the illustration. Side of the box, you can see the illustration there. Like the balloons, the stripes. Looks really fun. And then we had all kinds of crazy characters in the Pizza Simulator line. We got Rockstar Freddy, Rockstar Foxy, Pig Patch, Orvo the Elephant, Helpy, Lefty, Mr. Hippo, and Happy Frog. But that pretty much wraps up Happy Frog. Really cool character. Was so happy I was able to at least get one of the Pizzeria Sim characters. Alright, next up we have Nightmare Chica. I love this figure. I love the two different colored eyes. I just love the Nightmare line altogether. I think the Nightmares were really cool, and I really wish I could have got more than just Nightmare Freddy and Nightmare Chica. I would have loved to get my hands on Nightmare Foxy for obvious reasons. Foxy's my favorite character. But you can see Five Nights at Freddy's number 216. Nightmare Chica looks really cool. You can see the illustration there. Side of the box, you can see the nice illustration of Nightmare Chica. And then the back, you can see there was Cupcake, Nightmare Foxy, Nightmare Bonnie, and Nightmare Chica. Really cool stuff. I think this was like Wave 2, if I remember correctly. But it's a really cool figure. Theore! I don't think anybody really likes this character. I don't think anybody likes any of Charlotte's toys. Or maybe that's just Stanley. Because I know people absolutely despise Stanley. And for obvious reasons, he didn't look that great. But I don't see anything wrong with Theodore here. He looks pretty good. He looks pretty accurate to how he's depicted in the novel trilogy. I really like him. He looks cool there. Nice illustration of him. You can see him right there again. Really cool with the nice pixelated background. You can see a list of all the figures in this set. That Twisted Bonnie looks terrifying. But yeah, that is Theodore from the book trilogy. We got original Foxy the Pirate. I love this guy. I think he's so cool. I got this at my local toy traders. I was never able to get this when they were fresh on the store shelf because I wanted this guy when he was first, like, this is part of Wave 1, right? Yeah, this is Wave 1. I really wanted this guy because Foxy was my favorite of the animatronics, my favorite member of the Fazbear Band, and I was so unhappy that I wasn't able to get him. Although, in recent times, like I think a few years ago, wasn't that long ago, I was able to get this guy in toy traders. I paid a pretty penny for him, but it was worth it because you got FNAF 1 Foxy. I love this guy. He's so cool. I've only taken him out of the box a few times, but I really want Funko to re-release the Fazbear Band, but just done up in like the movie designs. I think that would be so cool. Like you could redo the FNAF 1 animatronics, give them like a flocked look, and then just give them the red eyes. That would look so cool. Here's Foxy on the side here. You can see the list of the FNAF 1, Wave 1 animatronics. But yeah, that is original Foxy. We got a balloon Foxy! These are some of the newest ones. I do have the full set of the balloons, not the circus ones in the Funko Pop line, but we do have Balloon Foxy. First one I ever got from this line because he's Foxy. Of course, if you put Foxy on anything, I'm going to buy it. But there is the little side of the box there with the illustration and the fancy little art on the back. I don't even remember what wave this was. There's so many different waves of these Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pops. But you can see all the different characters there. Balloon Foxy, Balloon Freddy, Balloon Bonnie, Balloon Chica, Circus Foxy, and Circus Freddy. Really love the illustration for this, like this neon design here. Really fun looking. But there is Balloon Foxy. We got Balloon Bonnie! Really cool. Love this design for Bonnie. I think it looks cool. I love that these aren't simply just animatronics, but more or less mascots or cartoon characters. I thought that was something interesting that Funko came out with. Now, these aren't from any game. These are just a Funko original, which is not bad. Again, you got that same artwork and then the lineup of the characters in this set. Really cool. Love this design for Bonnie. It's super cute, and I love it. Balloon Chica. Really cool. Reminds me of like some sort of main character from a animated Easter movie about a chicken. Like I said when I reviewed this figure originally. Really cool. Love the illustrations and, you know, got the collection and everything. But really cool figure. Love it. Think it's cute. My brother would have liked this if he was still alive. Moving on. Last of the balloon figures, we have Balloon Freddy. I don't like this one. I like the figure, like the action figure that came out, but I'm not liking the Funko Pop. Like, it doesn't do it for me. Okay? It really doesn't. Balloon Freddy. Yeah, and then you got the whole set. Obviously, I really ran through these pretty fast because these are not my favorite Funko Pops. I hate these guys. They're just terrible. They weren't painted well, and they're just kind of stupid. But moving on. And then the last of the boxed ones, we do have Gingerbread Foxy. This is the most recent one I bought. I think I bought this like a week or two ago. That's how recent this one is. And I am going to be reviewing this guy, unboxing him, and reviewing him on the channel during our Christmas review season. So stay tuned for that. I love this guy. I mean, obviously, it's just a very rehashed, remodeled version of the FNAF 1 Foxy, but he's Christmassy. He's a gingerbread cookie. I love it. He's so cool. You can see Gingerbread Foxy. You can see him in the window there. You can see the side of the box with a nice render of him. Really awesome Christmassy backdrop. I love it. And then you can see all the different characters. Santa Freddy, Elf Bonnie, Gingerbread Foxy as we have here, and Snow Chica. Collect them all? I will indeed when I see more of these show up. After all, it is still the Halloween season, so we don't have a lot of these Christmas figures showing up just yet. They're just kind of trickling into our stores. But there is Gingerbread Foxy. Now, unfortunately for this final shot here, I can't include every single Funko Pop in this final shot because there just isn't enough room in my Halloween setup to do so. Obviously, there's some decorations and things obscuring the way, but here is just a couple of the ones. But let me know if you guys own any of these Funko Pops or if you have every single Five Nights at Freddy's Funko Pop. I'd love to hear about this in the comments below. But with that, hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care, and I guess I'll see you with another Five Nights at Freddy's video once the movie is in theaters.